Good morning, chat, and everyone watching. I already tried recording this once, but it was, like, extremely long-winded, so I'm going to try and make this really fast. Quick overview. So, the important things you need to know. 1, you have to be holding L2 and R1, and this is about supers, text cancel jumps, text stacking jumps, ultras, catapult, etc. So, you have to hold L2, and this is to keep your movement in air, and this will also let you keep moving forward, as well as jumping, as well as continuing to text stack more. And R1 because running is fastest. So, the biggest thing is that you have to do X and then select and then square. Also note that the very first pause of an area lags a lot more than every subsequent one. You can kind of see that. But the idea here is that you're hitting X just after you're hitting select, because if you do it in the opposite direction, you open the map. So X and then select, and then square right after. Also note that there is a delay after you close an NPC text box. You'll see if I spam X here, that you can't jump. Now, this delay noticeably isn't as big when you're canceling the text box, but it is still there. That one I was a little early because I was still in the... There you go. So, note, just keep note of that, in the sense that it will lock you out. But the idea here is that we are middle finger L2ing, index finger R1ing, and you're going to hit X, select, and then square just after, and then you are going to... effectively, you're going to roll your thumb between, like, the firm part of the joint here and the tip of your thumb to go like that. That's not what I meant to do. I'll see if I can get a side angle from it. I know I'm double jointed, so it's a little odd when I do that, but like that. And then you're going to hit up, or you're going to press up with the stick. I swap between the two. If you're doing something like a super where you're doing just one extra jump, so you're doing 2 jumps total, I will usually just go from here and just go up and just continue holding up. If I'm doing multiple back-to-back, I'll sometimes just move my thumb over and I'll just go bang and then come back down. We're going to go up to quick menu, to the quick game button, open that, and then close it, and then I'm going to close this again, and I'm going to do the same thing while holding up this time, holding forward. So you heard I got my jump back, and this time I instinctively brought my thumb up here. That's just the muscle memory I have. It doesn't matter which one you use, it's just whatever's more comfortable. I'm going to do this one more time. I don't think I got the text box open on that one. We'll see if I have my jump back here. If I do, it's an extended. If I don't, then it's just a regular ultra. I did, so I got the extension, and that could have ended up being me running through the air there. That's pretty hard to hit, but it is fast. That's the principle behind them. You really just have to internalize the feeling of the delay you have to put after closing their text box and their jump and jumping. As well as making sure that you're not spacing it out too much. And then doing the correct button order. You can see there, I've done this so many times and I still mess it up. But there. There's a number of things that can go wrong. You can start hitting X too early. You can start hitting square too late and not getting your jump back. You can leave their text box, like, interaction range too fast. So you'll see if I stand next to Lucy, I can jump, but I'm in her text box the whole time. If I do one stack and then jump again, I leave her text box at the very top of that, and that's with me jumping almost as soon as I can and doing the pause almost as soon as I can. So there's not a whole lot of leeway with that. It should also be noted that when you're moving, you get a ton of extra speed. Not only like horizontal speed, but you also get a ton of Y velocity, positive velocity. So yeah, that's the basic premise behind them. They're very hard to do. They will take you a while to get very comfortable with doing the inputs, especially doing them fast, like just... that was super bad, and that I still got up there. I was going for an ultra, I ended up getting a super. There's so many factors to what can go wrong with this, and how to do it right, that it will take you a very long time to get very comfortable with this trick. It doesn't save an enormous amount of time. and we don't have too many places where we can implement it, but if it's something you can do, and it's not hurting your hands, go ahead and go for it. But again, your biggest thing, don't death grip your controller, because it's going to ruin your hands. These are already kind of difficult on your hands and take a lot to do. So if you're going at them for long periods of time, you're going to ruin your hands. Yeah, don't death grip your controller. If you just can't get them, maybe just call it quits, or maybe don't go for the ultra, just go for the super, or, you know, something like that. Like, there's some alternatives in a lot of places. There's obviously the old strats we had before we had these. These are just obviously faster in a lot of situations, not all situations. But internalize the like pattern of buttons. So X select square, up, X, triangle, triangle, X select square, up, X, triangle, triangle, repeat, etc. Internalize the timing after closing an NPC text box that you can jump, because it's not immediate, so you can't just buffer. You can't do perfect one-frame buffers, especially for the fact that you have to hit X before square. Or X and select before square. You can get pretty close. And then if you end up trying to go too close, you'll actually end up opening the map there. You see there, so I did the inputs. I didn't get my jump every time. That's what I was trying to show off. If you're too fast, you won't get the jump off. Sometimes you'll get the text box, sometimes you won't, because there is that little tiny bit of delay. So those are things to keep in mind. This trick is very hard. If you wish to go for it, good luck. Take care of your hands. That was probably the worst attempt I've had today. Yeah, good luck.